The Committee on House Regulatory Reform will now come to order. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Chair Carter,
Present.
Representatives Liberati,
Here.
Neely. Here. Scott.
Here.
Young.
Here.
Grant.
Present.
McFall.
Here.
Snyder.
Here.
Wilson.
Here.
Mueller.
Here.
Filler. Wenzel.
Here.
Aragona.
Here.
Beerline.
Here.
Nyer.
Here.
Mr. Chair, you have 14 members, you have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Call for the approval and adoption of the minutes from the previous meeting. Representative Liberati moves to adopt the minutes from the October 24th, 2023. Seeing no objections, the minutes are adopted. Today, I'm proposing the additional committee rules regarding testimony to clarify our procedures. You each have a copy of the proposed rules at your seat. Rep. Neely moves to adopt the committee rules. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Chair Carter,
Yes.
Representatives Liberati,
Yes.
Neely. Yes. Scott.
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Grant.
Yes.
McFall.
Yes.
Snyder.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Mueller.
Yes.
Filler. Wenzel.
Yes.
Aragona.
Yes.
Beerline.
Yes.
Nyer.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 14 yeas, 0 nays, 0 passes. The new committee rules are adopted.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next, we'll take up House Bill 4603. We took testimony on this bill on October 3rd, 2023. We now have an H2 substitute, and Representative Liberati will provide a brief overview of the changes.
Thank you, Chair. After discussions with the architects, engineers, and Lara, there's a few definition changes. One is allow architects to make building plans with a design builder or team. Change the definition of design build team to include architect or professional engineer. Change the definition of construction services to include the design build team. Change the design builder definition to a person or entity that is contracted for a project and completes its services. Change the definition of design criteria developer to include professional engineers and architects. And the school must also comply to State Construction Code, Public Act 230 in 1972. There was also a couple last-minute changes that they requested, and those are going to be addressed, I believe, on the floor.
Thank you for your testimony and update. Are there any questions from committee members? Seeing none, I will take a motion to adopt the H2 sub for House Bill 4603 from Representative Young. Madam Clerk, will you call the vote?
Chair Carter,
Yes.
Representatives Liberati,
Yes.
Neely. Yes. Scott.
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Grant.
Yes.
McFall.
Yes.
Snyder.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Mueller.
Yes.
Filler. Wenzel.
Yes.
Aragona.
Yes.
Beerline.
Yes.
Nyer.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 14 yeas, 0 nays, 0 passes. The House sub H2 is adopted.
Not wishing to speak in support of the bill, we have Jennifer Smith from the Michigan Association of School Boards. Not wishing to speak in support of the bill, we have Jared Scrupp from the Mackinac Center. Not wishing to speak in support of the bill is William Miller from the Operating Engineers 324. Not wishing to speak opposing the bill is Damian Hall, Associated General Contractors of Michigan. Not wishing to speak in neutral is Marnie Triitzma from Lara. Next, I'll take a motion to report House Bill 4603 as sub H2 with recommendations. The motion is from Representative McFall. Madam Clerk, please call the vote.
Chair Carter,
Yes.
Representatives Liberati,
Yes.
Neely. Yes. Scott.
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Grant.
Yes.
McFall.
Yes.
Snyder.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Mueller.
Yes.
Filler. Wenzel.
Yes.
Aragona.
Yes.
Beerline.
Yes.
Nyer.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 14 yeas, 0 nays, 0 passes. House Bill 4603 is reported with recommendation of substitute H2.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next, we have Senate Bill 328 from Senator Hertel, a 10-year battery for smoke detectors. Senator Hertel is not here, but his chief of staff is here. Would you come and join us and give your testimony? Introduce yourself.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, Chair and members of the committee. My name is Matt Black. I'm Senator's Chief of Staff. As mentioned, he is in session right now. Thank you for taking the time to hear testimony on Senate Bill 328. This would establish a requirement for smoke detectors sold in the state to have a 10-year battery or other new long-term power source as they are developed. The rationale for this bill is simple. Smoke detectors save lives, but it only works while they're working. Some of you may have heard the senator's story about his childhood home burning when he was younger. They had smoke detectors in the home, but at the time, none of them had working batteries. His family was one of the fortunate ones, but there are definitely stories of those that were less fortunate. According to the National Fire Protection Association, 3/5 of house fire deaths are due to missing or malfunctioning smoke detectors, and the majority of house fire deaths are caused by smoke inhalation. Increasing the number of Michigan homes with reliable working detectors will save lives. Today's world is busy. Many people remember that they have to test their batteries every 6 months, but unfortunately, many people don't have the time to do that. This bill will nudge the market in the direction of consumer safety and best practice in fire protection so that these busy families can benefit from the peace of mind knowing that once their smoke detector is installed, it will be years before they need to worry or think about it. Once again, thanks for the testimony, taking the time to hear the testimony, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Do we have any questions? Representative McFall?
Thank you for your testimony today. I appreciate you bringing this forward, and Senator Hertel bringing this issue forward. The one question I do have is my fire department in my community, they give out free smoke detectors, and they'll come in and install them and everything. Does this mean that they will have to replace them? Is there some sort of rollout period before this would occur, or are they going to have to buy all new ones?
So there might be some experts later that can better answer this. This is really on the consumer market, on the sales side of it. So it's really not targeting them going through and replacing the smoke detectors in people's homes. But after, I would imagine, again, don't quote me on this, after the implementation period of this bill, then they would be required to give out those that do have the long-lasting batteries on there.
Representative Bierlein?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Is there, in other instances where a department has changed purchasing requirements so that we can't buy things in the state of Michigan, we've still been able to purchase those things through Amazon and other online retailers? Is there anything in this that would either prohibit or stop them from being able to continue to sell inadequate products or products that don't meet the code?
That is something that I'm not certain of the answer on, and I can, if it's not answered through the following testimony, I can definitely follow up with your office with that answer.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Rep. Bierlein. That is a great question, because I know if we implement these things, and it's almost like when you see car seats at garage sales that may be outdated or cause harm. We have to probably do a better educational piece if we adopt this. So,
Absolutely.
Seeing no further questions, thank you for your testimony. Oh, we do have additional testimony. Wishing to speak in support, we have Erica Schaefer from the Carrier Corporation on Zoom. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Hi, I can hear you. Thanks for having me.
Okay.
You guys hear me?
Go ahead with your testimony.
Thank you, Chairman Carter and fellow committee members. Thank you for the opportunity to testify in support of Senate Bill 328 today. I'm Erica Schaefer. I'm the head of state government relations for Carrier Corporation. I'm speaking today on behalf of Kidde, which is a carrier company. A little bit about Kidde, founded in 1917. We are a pioneer in early smoke detection and suppression. Kidde is one of the world's largest manufacturers of fire safety products in the world. We're the #1 most installed fire safety brand. And not to repeat current testimony, but smoke alarms are essential to protect Americans in their homes. According to the National Fire Protection Association, a fire occurs in a home every 89 seconds across the United States. And the #1 cause for an alarm failing to function is because the battery has been disabled, removed, or otherwise tampered with. A working smoke alarm nearly doubles the chance of a successful escape from a fire. Therefore, Senate Bill 328, which requires the smoke alarms to be equipped with sealed long-term batteries, will help save lives. And I do want to thank Representative Mueller for sponsoring this important piece of legislation in the past for us. KIDA actively gives back through charitable programs and partnerships. We donate hundreds of thousands of alarms to fire departments and nonprofit organizations across the country. And we only donate these products, and we have for years. And in fact, in Michigan, your state fire marshal is only purchasing these alarms, and they are only handing out these alarms right now. Some questions maybe that you might have had, like, this is not proprietary technology. Every single major smoke alarm company manufactures these products. They're carried in all major retailers. Additionally, these long-term sealed battery alarms, they also reduce product packaging and waste. They limit the need for the twice-a-year battery replacement for the life of the alarm, and they make the product more environmentally friendly. And this would not be the first state to do so. About 15 states have requirements for these long-term sealed tamper-resistant battery-powered alarms. And I think right now, in addition to Michigan, we have 5 other states actively engaged in legislation or are currently in the process of updating their regulations to address this important issue. In closing, I'm here to support the piece of legislation. And if you have any questions, maybe I can help answer.
Thank you for your testimony. Any questions from members? No questions? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Not wishing to speak in support of the bill is Derek Dalling from Home Depot. Not wishing to speak in support of the bill is Marnie Trainswa from State Fire Marshal. Representative Mueller makes a motion to excuse all absent members. There being no further business before the Committee on House Regulatory Reform, we stand adjourned.